Is it me, or does this winter seem longer than the ones of recent memory? Rainy days are the rule rather than the exception, and any rare warm day is cancelled out by a frigid night and a week of frosty mornings. I am no fair weather rider, but I haven't spent significant time on a motorcycle since riding through the torrential storms of the Exeter Trial back in January. Unlike previous winters, this time off the bike and looking forlorn through rain-streaked window panes has taken an intellectual and emotional toll on me that I've been struggling to shake. It wasn't until yesterday when I caught a break in the metaphorical clouds that have been hanging low over my head like a real-life Charlie Brown. My new motorbike would be delivered tomorrow. Last November, and after nearly a year of hemming and hawing, and with the sign-off from my beautiful wife Fanny, I pulled the trigger and put a deposit on a new bike. It was a model not regularly imported to the UK. I would have to wait nearly 6 months for it to arrive, and be cleared of all the required homologation and registration requirements. To be honest, but for the periodic payments I had to make, I would have completely forgotten I had committed to buying the thing. My enthusiasm in November had long worn off, and when I received the call that the bike was finally on its way, I had to remind myself that I should be excited. Funnily enough, the sun came out this morning, and it had a positive effect on my mood, and I was actually stirred. When the delivery driver called me that he was but a few minutes away, Fanny and I popped outside to meet the truck for its arrival. Of course it's raining. Just in time. This is fucking Dick Whistle's timing. Looks like a big enough place, I think. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too.
I made it.
You made it. Was it all right coming around London?
Not too bad.
So
yeah.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So did you have another one in the East?
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
Same one?
Yeah, to a Kiwi.
Really?
Being multinational.
All right, cool. Mark from 7Seas Motors arrived with a smile on his face and an enthusiasm that lifted my own. His attitude didn't reflect that he had been in the van for 6 hours already and had spent the last hour and a bit driving across London. Mark and his colleague Sharon, with whom I had been corresponding since November, could not have made this process easier. This is my first specialty imported vehicle purchase. I had heard about 7Seas before, but was scared off by my own ignorance of the process. I was hesitant that even if I could import a bike, I would have trouble insuring it, or would have to pay an increased premium for the privilege. I was also waiting and hoping that Honda would decide to import the model through their own distribution network before I decided to pursue importing the bike through 7Seas. 7Seas had me on their inquiry list and periodically sent me emails letting me know about their sailings over the year or so that I was waffling about whether to pull the trigger or not. I was a bit apprehensive when asked to pay significant amounts for the bike on faith that things were going to plan, but having met a couple of previous customers by chance and speaking with Sharon at length prior to committing to purchase, my mind was put a little at ease. It was a bit of a lottery of what colors were available, and if it would be one that I would like, but I had the option of canceling my order and receiving a full refund of funds already paid if I was not happy with the choices that their order was allocated. Sharon kept me up to date with regards to the cargo being loaded on the ship, when the ship set sail, when it arrived in port, and then at their facility, and when inspections and registrations were filed, and anticipated dates of completion. This kept me involved in the process. These milestones also triggered installment payments. I have to say, paying the final installment the day before the bike was due to be delivered made me wonder if I was going to be the butt of a scammer's joke, but I have been made skeptical by the world in which we find ourselves, not by anything Sharon or the folks at 7Seas had done to make me suspicious. As you may know, if you have seen some of my other videos, I am not one for endorsements, and I have not received any discount or incentive to offer one now. But Sharon and Mark at 7Seas Motors made this process very simple. Beyond paying approximately £500 to £1,000 above what would be market price on this bike, I have a factory-fresh Honda CT125 delivered to my door with DVLA registration and MVSA inspection approvals. Of the 20-odd motorcycles I've owned over the years, this is only my 5th brand new bike. Because of that, it is currently parked in my living room, and I am waiting for a window of sun before I take her out for an inaugural spin. So stay tuned.
The only one. Seriously, I've been doing this for 7 years, and we sold loads of bikes and very experienced riders, but everyone with this bike, it's like their first ever bike.
I don't know why they didn't just import them here.
It's crazy. It's nothing to do with emissions. I don't know if it's a business decision, but I don't know.
It's crazy because it's exactly what all of us middle-aged people want.
Yeah.
We want an adventure bike, but we don't want the weight.
That's right. Exactly.
We just want to be old farts.
That's the advertising tagline right there.
Yeah.
Ideal for old farts.
Yeah. I love the color. It's the first time I've seen it in person.
I know, it's really nice. In fact, the other one I did it this morning, same thing, same reaction. It's like almost gunmetal. It's very, very good. No, it's okay.
I'll just put a hand on it, just not to. Wow.
Needs its own theme music.
Look at that. Amazing. It looks so good.
20 minutes ago it was raining really hard down on the way over.
Well, I figured as soon as you pulled there, the rain started coming, and I was like, it figures by perfect timing. It's a good size too. This is the first one I've sat on.
So you shouldn't have any issues at all. We haven't had any issues, but if you do, obviously just let us know and we'll get it sorted. Apart from that, I think we're all good.
Awesome, thanks so much.
No,
Safe travels home.
Yeah.
The 2022 Honda CT125, known in various markets as either the Trail or the Hunter Cub, is a 124.9cc air-cooled single-cylinder four-stroke engine. It puts out 9 horsepower. It weighs 259 pounds or 117 kilograms. It has an 800mm seat height, which is 31.5 inches. It has a 4-speed semi-automatic transmission, which utilizes an automatic centrifugal clutch. It's chain driven. Front suspension is a 22mm telescopic fork, which provides 3.9 inches of travel. Rear suspension is a twin shock system with 3.4 inches of travel. Front brakes are a single 220mm hydraulic disc ABS on Nissan calipers, while the rear brake is a single 190mm hydraulic disc. 17-inch wheels front and back. It takes 1.4 gallons of fuel, and this new color for 2022-23 is called Armored Silver. Although I did not have a choice of colors, I am quite taken with the color the cosmic gumball machine has spit out for me. If you like that video and you want to see more like them, hit like, share, and subscribe.